market sweeper shook his broom at us. May gave him an apologetic wave. She had always been the nicer one. Reaching San Pedro Street, she gunned us out of the lot, her face growing dark again. "Remember how Guitar Man tried to visit the park?" "Of course I remember," I grumbled. Our friendly Chinatown bum, who always carried a guitar case, had been so distressed at being ordered to leave the park, he'd gotten on the wrong streetcar and ended up near Pasadena. The city preferred the Chinese Keep to Chinatown, except when we were selling here at City Market, located 2 miles south. Los Angeles relied on our produce. Of course, if they swept us out of Chinatown, their dinner plates would suffer, but by the time they figured that out, it would be too late for us. Guitar Man spits a lot and scares people. We're not going to scare people. We are a delightful vision. Aren't you always telling me people judge with their eyes first? May shifted gears and the mule bucked again. I was talking about show business. A truck rumbled by, sweeping dust through the mule's doorless entries. "Well, this is a kind of show. Our feminine wiles will go a long way." I eyed her pale green dress, wishing it was more à la mode, which was French for fashionable. May sewed our dresses from cast-offs like old curtains and tablecloths. Though her creations were clever, she had split a doily to make the collar on my own dress. They always had a wash look to them. Her tongue clicked in annoyance. "Feminine wiles? Sorry, Gemma, I left mine at home next to my girdle." "And along with your sense of adventure," I said breezily. "Along with my sense, you mean. How much did that lipstick cost?" I made kissy lips at her, and she groaned. If we were going to sell our flowers to the beau monde, which was French for the upper crust, we had to look as presentable as possible. Lipstick was a minor investment for a bigger payoff. Traffic wasn't heavy on a Saturday afternoon. The white tower of the new city hall saluted us several blocks northeast toward Chinatown. Buildings passed in streaks of concrete and brick, each day bringing more everything must go signs and longer soup kitchen lines. I imagined all the business we'd find in Westlake Park. Couples strolling the lake, families walking their dogs. Westlake residents could still afford luxuries, unlike those in most neighborhoods, who could barely buy the necessities. "I bet we could make $20 today," I said. "That would more than cover our flower costs for the month." "How do you figure we'll do that? Short of clubbing people over the head and taking their wallets." Her nose started to twitch, as it always did when something bothered her. "It's very simple, May. We quadruple our prices." Her posture slouched as the wind blew out of her. "That's it. I'm turning around. It's clear your noodles have gone mushy." "Keep your hair on. Westlake people are used to paying certain prices for things. If we didn't quadruple the prices, they might worry over the quality." "I see. So we're doing them a favor." "Absolutely. A little risk-taking was what was needed to keep our heads above water a little longer." Despite my airy demeanor, my stomach clenched like the grinding of the clutch. We wouldn't have had to take such risks if we weren't being kicked out of our houses in the middle of an economy that had belly-flopped. It was bad enough that Ba had gotten sick. Now it was up to us to save ourselves. She cut her gaze to me. "I suppose you also have a cage to sell to a lion." The wealthier neighborhoods of Westlake folded around us, with its elegant mansions moderne, fussy Victorians, and Spanish haciendas fronted by spacious lawns. The stately brick buildings of a fancy girls' school stretched half a block, where girls played basketball on a court so pristine it would make Peony weep. Soon, the tropical oasis of Westlake Park spread before us with its glamorous palm trees and meandering footpaths. An assortment of canoes and paddle boats floated on an artificial lake. Pumping the brakes, May eased us up the driveway leading to the boathouse, which oversaw the park. Diners gathered under the shade umbrellas of a picturesque cafe glanced in our direction. I prayed that the mule wouldn't buck. "Make a left." May rolled by the crowds, then turned into the driving lane that encircled the lake. Azalea bushes screened lovers' alcoves. Weeping willows swayed gently in the breeze. Before reaching the band concourse anchoring the other end of the lake, I pointed to a palm tree. "Park under there." If someone wanted to lodge a complaint about us at the boat...